Price never moves in a straight line. It moves in impulses. And those impulses, they leave behind imbalances and gaps. The name of that gap? It's called a fair value gap. And price always has one job. And it's to fill those gaps before potential continuation or for a potential reversal. In this video, I will exactly explain to you guys what a fair value gap is, how to identify them on the charts, but most importantly, how to trade fair value gaps. So, a fair value gap gets created when price is moving too fast, in which, in case of a bullish fair value gap, let's start off with that one, we have one green candle being followed up by another green candle straight away after the first green candle, and then the third green candle needs to be a green candle as well. A lot of people think that the third candle can also be a red candle, in which you can then take the bottom of that third candle and the top of that first candle as your fair value gap, but you can only take this one if the third candle is green as well, because only then we have a high probability fair value gap. So for a bullish fair value gap, you need 3 green candles in a row in which the top of the first candle and the bottom of the third candle do not tap each other in price, and therefore it creates a gap, as you can see, between the bottom of the third and the top of the first green candle, creating what we call a bullish fair value gap, indicating a fast and aggressive price movement towards the upside. Now, when we talk about a bearish fair value gap, we obviously turn the other way around. Instead of having 3 green candles in a row, we want 1, 2, 3 red candles in a row, in which the bottom of the first red candle, aka the level over here, and the top of the third red candle, aka the top right over here, should not touch each other in price as well, leaving behind a bearish fair value gap. Just like we had with the bullish one as well, with the bearish one, you do not want the third candle to be green. Because even if the third candle would be green, there's still the possibility that the bottom of the first one and the top of the third one do not tap each other. Yes, it leaves behind a gap, but it's not a high probability fair value gap. An example can be found right over here, in which you can see the first candle is green, the second one is red, and the third one is green as well. Now in this case, we can still see that the bottom of the first candle and the top of the third candle do not tap each other and leave behind a gap. But this is what we call a low probability fair value gap, a fair value gap that we do not take into account. So now you know how to identify fair value gap on the charts. But what actually is a fair value gap? The name itself already says it. It's a gap in fair value of price. Now, to give you guys a real life example, which usually helps to understand the actual concept behind the fair value gap, I would use the price of lemons. Let's say the price of 1 lemon is 5 cents. And all of a sudden something happens which shrinks the supply of lemons, and the price of 1 lemon shoots up from 5 cents all the way towards 20 cents in a very brief amount of time. In that case, what will happen is that the demand for those lemons that was there at 5 cents will not be the same at 20 cents, because price was moving too fast towards the upside, leaving behind an inefficiency, an imbalance, a fair value gap in price. Now, at that 20 cent price level, there's not the same amount of demand. So what will price do? It will fill at least a part of that fair value gap, of that gap in fair value, and only then demand might actually re-enter the market at around a lower price when that gap of fair value has been filled at least partially. And now the exact same thing goes for Bitcoin, gold, or any other asset you're trading. Whether it's a swift move towards the upside or a swift move towards the downside, when price leaves behind those gaps in fair value, be aware of the fact that the demand or the supply might actually not be the same anymore. Now let me also explain to you guys why fair value gaps actually matter and how to use them. Because we should know that price is always attracted towards those fair value gaps. When we look at this uptrend over here, you can constantly see how price is attracted towards those high probability bullish fair value gaps. We had a high probability bullish fair value gap over here. You see how price first pushes away from that fair value gap, but price over here is not trading at a fair value, and the gap can be found over here. And you can see how price is attracted back towards that fair value gap before pushing higher. And this is happening all the time. Also right over here, we can see how price was creating a small bullish fair value gap right there. Let me quickly create it like this. And we can see how price first trends away from it, not trading at a fair price. Yes, it pushes below the fair value gap, but it's more to put some emphasis on the fact that this high probability bullish fair value gap was indicating that price likely wasn't squeezed higher from here. And it happens all the time. Over here we can see a massive fair value gap, right? From the bottom of the candle over here towards the top right there. And once again, you can see price tries to push away from it, not trading at a fair price. It fills the fair value gap partially, once, twice, a third time, and then it pushes higher. It happens all the time. Another massive high probability bullish fair value gap was being created right over here for price. Price once again is attracted towards that bullish fair value gap to come back and trade at a fair price before pushing higher. Alright, so let me try and give you guys a simplified explanation on this whiteboard over here. Let's say price trends down. An accumulation is going on at the bottom because we have a lot of liquidity resting right there. All of a sudden, that accumulation is over and price aggressively trends towards the upside. Now, what happens over here is, let's say price was trading at $10 and in a very brief amount of time it shoots up to $20. Now we are creating a gap in fair value because price was moving so fast from $10 to $20 over here that now all of a sudden the demand that was entering the market over here is definitely not going to be the same over here. Why? Because price was literally creating a gap in fair value, which approximately would be in this area over here because price was shooting up too fast. So now, in order for demand to come back into the market, we shouldn't trade higher because demand won't come back. Because the people that were interested in buying this specific asset at $10, that demand and those people won't be interested in buying that asset anymore at $20. But if we fill that gap in fair value, now all of a sudden that demand that was there at $10 might be coming back in, for example, at $15. Because all those people will be like, hey, I'm not going to miss out on another leg towards the upside, so let me try and accumulate some of this asset within this gap in fair value, and that might push the price higher. Now, let's discuss a real-time example. Imagine price giving us some bullish triggers over here, in which it trades beneath that low, sweeps liquidity, puts in a bullish mark structure break right there, and afterwards we see another bullish sweep of liquidity happening at the bottom right there, followed by another bullish market structure break over here. If this aligns with the bullish bias, we can then start executing long positions. At this moment in time though, we can see that if we execute longs right there with our stop over here and our target is this high over here, we know that the RR is simply too low. It's only 1.24. But we can also see that with this leg that occurred towards the upside over here, that gave us the break of this significant high, indeed guys, if we zoom in, we can see it left behind a gap in fair value. How can this help us? It can help us to identify a potential bullish entry point for our long position. So instead of market executing over here, we are now aware of the fact that this gap in fair value is likely going to get filled because price was simply moving up too fast and is not trading at a fair value anymore right now. So demand won't be the same, but demand can come back into the market once it fills this fair value gap before pushing towards $76,000. And in this case, we can also see that if we would have put our entry point right there, with our stop beneath the low, targeting that high, all of a sudden, the RR of the trade is not 1.25 anymore, but 2.39. And all of a sudden, we have found ourselves a beautiful long setup, which gets filled because price, as always, is attracted towards that fair value gap. It gives us a bounce and eventually also pushes towards our take profit target. And I think This trade right here is the perfect example of how to use fair value gaps in your advantage. So that's fair value gaps simplified. Fair value gaps actually are very helpful when we talk about order blocks and breaker blocks as well. My previous educational video was actually about breaker blocks. And as I said, fair value gaps play a massive role in that. So if you guys want more information on how to use fair value gaps when trading breaker blocks, there's a link to that video in the description down below, or you can simply click the video up here. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao, ciao!